Robinho, the rise and fall of a football star. He was destined to be a great player, a young Brazilian lad with the world at his feet and dreams in his eyes. He was considered the next Pelé. However, as the world watched, the quick rise to stardom gave way to a disastrous fall from favor. This is the tale of Robinho, the football superstar whose career reached to unimaginable heights before sinking into controversy and despair. The question is, what actually happened with Robinho? Let's explore a football player's rise and downfall. From shining into limelight to being banned from football, from hero to zero, Robinho's story is a warning tale like none other. One of the most entertaining players of his time, Robinho made a spectacular debut on the football field. A Brazilian sensation, he captured hearts with his skill and achieved success at some of the biggest football teams in the world, including Real Madrid, Manchester City, and AC Milan. Robinho's career, however, took a dark turn beneath the glamour and glitz, which resulted in shocking allegations and his eventual downfall.
Authorities in Italy have issued an international arrest warrant for former Manchester City forward Robinho after the country's top court confirmed his conviction for rape.
So, why and how did a football player with so much potential fall so hard? What were the forces that led to Robinho's rise and eventual collapse? Today, let's uncover the truth behind the headlines. Robinho's football career started at São Vicente, a small Brazilian coastal town. He was already well known in the area by the age of 15. Robinho was immediately signed by Santos FC, the team that made Pelé famous, and soon he was guiding the team to victory after victory. Robinho handled the enormous label of being called the new Pelé by the media quite well, at least until the pressure of expectation became too much. He led Santos to 2 Brazilian league titles by showcasing his dribbling prowess, quickness, and creativity. But he got his big break when he led Santos to the 2002 Campeonato Brasileiro Serie A victory. Scouts throughout Europe were taking notice of his amazing goals and incredible footwork. The newest sensation from Brazil was too big for European clubs to ignore. And when the giants of Spain, Real Madrid, came calling, Robinho's life was about to change drastically. Robinho was brought to Spain by Real Madrid for a crazy 24 million euros, creating headlines across the world. The Brazilian joined Madrid during the renowned Galactico era of the club, arriving at the age of just 21. Imagine entering a locker room with Roberto Carlos, David Beckham, Zinedine Zidane, Ronaldo Nazario, and other living legends. A young Brazilian lad saw it as his dream come true. One of the most iconic venues in all of football was the Santiago Bernabéu, where Robinho was set to play. Robinho had an incredible Real Madrid debut. His confidence on the ball was evident. He had the ability to create something out of nothing, and that brought new energy to the whole team. Robinho's connection with his teammates, especially legends like Ronaldo Nazario and Zidane, was showing promise, which further raised expectations for his future at the club. Every time he made contact with the ball, his admirers were glued to their seats. He was a fan favorite because of his amazing dribbling, his quick step-overs, and his ability to get past defenders. He appeared to be living up to the high standards that had been set for him. In his debut season, Robinho led Real Madrid to the 2006-07 La Liga Championship with 14 goals and multiple assists. However, things weren't quite as easy as they looked behind the scenes. There were particular pressures tied to the Galacticos era. Although Robinho was a young, gifted man who was eager for attention, the Madrid team was stacked with superstars. There was a lot of competition for both playing time and attention. Robinho began to feel unappreciated, particularly after Madrid was connected to other well-known players like Cristiano Ronaldo. His game started to suffer from injuries and inconsistencies. Though there was no denying his moments of brilliance, he lacked the consistency that was necessary to become an exemplary icon. Real Madrid chose to cash in on him after he spent 3 seasons there. Robinho looked for a fresh challenge after getting the impression that the club no longer considered him as a long-term fixture. Subsequently, there was an incredible transition to the Premier League. When Robinho joined Manchester City in 2008 for a then record £32.5 million, the football world was shaken. The new, affluent owners of City wanted a big-name signing, and they went for Robinho. His arrival at Manchester City sent shockwaves through the football world, as many expected him to join Chelsea instead. The record-breaking transfer symbolized a new era for City, and Robinho was seen as the key player who would elevate the club to the top of English football. The entire football world was paying careful attention. Was Robinho the player Manchester City needed to reach new heights in English football? His debut in the Premier League was very amazing. Robinho scored 14 goals in his debut season and appeared to be having fun in England. With his Brazilian flair in the Premier League, City supporters thought that they had discovered a real gem. However, cracks quickly emerged. Despite his early success, questions about his work ethic and consistency started to surface as his form began to dip in the second half of the season. Off-field issues and certain clashes with the coaching staff further complicated his time at City, and it became clear that the honeymoon period wouldn't last long. Robinho's relationship with Manchester City was short. He had a fantastic start, but his performances declined and rumors of homesickness spread. By the end of his second season, Robinho had lost the coaching staff's trust due to his inability to adjust to the physical demands of the Premier League. After his hopes of taking City to new heights diminished, he moved to AC Milan in 2010 after spending time on loan with Santos in Brazil. Every now and then, Robinho of AC Milan gave supporters a glimpse of the talent that once made him one of the game's most captivating players. He was a part of a powerful attack that helped Milan win their first Serie A title in 7 years in 2010-2011, playing alongside Zlatan Ibrahimovic and Alexandre Pato. He continued to display glimpses of his flair and genius with the ball, and he made significant contributions with assists and goals. But he didn't put up the kind of consistent play that would have allowed him to regain his position as a top player. His fitness levels declined, and his form grew more unpredictable as the injuries increased. His attention was further diverted off the field by personal and legal issues, which permanently clouded his once famous career. However, Robinho's football career wasn't the only thing that was falling apart. Robinho's private life behind closed doors took a very different path. He was found guilty in absentia and sentenced to 9 years in prison by an Italian court in 2017 for his role in a 2013 gang rape assault that occurred while he was living in Milan. The scandal shocked the football community, permanently damaging Robinho's image. He went on to play in Brazil, but his legacy in Europe was obliterated. FIFA imposed a global ban on Robinho by 2020 when his conviction was confirmed. The once promising career that had won millions of hearts was in ashes. A player who had everything at his disposal lost everything due to his own decisions rather than age or injury. In March 2024, Brazilian football star Robinho was sentenced to jail in Brazil by a major court ruling. All the attempts to extradite him failed. Despite his appeal efforts, the sentence was upheld, leading to a major fall from grace for the former AC Milan, Real Madrid, and Manchester City forward. The life of Robinho serves as a sobering reminder that brilliance is limited. His ascent to prominence was swift, but so was his decline. A football player whose legacy is currently clouded by scandal. In the world of football, he is still viewed as a sad figure. Someone who had everything and lost it all because of personal shortcomings. Before you go, why not check out our other videos and uncover more shocking tales from the world of football?